Up, and I'm joined now by Asuncion with the YMCA BC and Foundry Fort St. John. How are you doing this morning, Asuncion?
Good. Thank you, Tob.
Thanks for stopping by today. We're here to talk a bit about a space design workshop that's coming up that you're inviting the community to partake in. But first, I thought we'd talk a bit about Foundry itself and kind of what it is. I know you were on the talk show a few weeks ago to talk a bit about it. You've been kind of doing lots of community events and engagement and whatnot, but for people who are maybe hearing about Foundry for the first time, what is Foundry and what is Foundry Fort St. John?
Yes, thank you for having me here, Tob. So Foundry is a BC-wide, province-wide movement. We have 17 centers in operation currently, and there's 18 more being built, including Fort St. John. And once in operation, we will be offering different services, integrated youth services for youth ages 12 to 24 and their families and caregivers.
Mm-hmm. So essentially it becomes, as a reduced barrier, as barrier-free as possible for youth to come to one spot and access all these services. I think we were talking before to one sort of case file that everybody who's helping them has access to. It's supposed to make this a much easier process than it might be now for these sort of things to be done, Asuncion?
That's right, Tob. So it's very low barrier. You don't need a referral. We will have same-day appointments and, yes, a youth who needs help in different aspects of his journey, such as physical and sexual health, substance use support, mental health support. We will also be having a good peer support team and social support. They can come to our center and, have somebody with you in your journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, the big part of this is sort of a lot of it's community led, and what does the community need and want from Foundry? And that includes what is the actual physical building and space going to look like? And that's what this workshop's all about, I assume, correct?
Yes, that's right. So we are now moving into our space design stage. We will have our location identified pretty soon here. And so we would like to ask from the community, how would you want the space to look like? We have an idea and a standard that we follow of what room should be in there. For example, a talking room, a counseling room, how big should that be? Where should it be placed? Where should reception be? So we've been talking to the community since last week. We had several workshops that we hosted already, and we have one coming up on Saturday. We're inviting our newcomer families in Fort St. John to join us.
And you've kind of talked about it a bit already, but tell me a bit of some of the things that are also going to be on there. I think you jokingly or not said, even the color of chairs and stuff like that is important, and these are sort of the questions you're asking as well, eh?
Yes, that's right. But at this point, we're not into the
the specific
interior
furniture.
design yet. So we are focused more on the layout, the flow, the accessibility, safety features that we should be aware of.
I see.
And again, what does Fort St. John need?
I see. And is that constrained yet by sort of, you kind of have an idea of how big the space will be? So you know that already? Or it's not pie in the sky, like, we love a gymnasium. And you're like, well, you may not have room for that, then at least. But.
Right. So we will be building a new facility for Foundry, Fort St. John.
Yeah.
The space is about 6,000 to 7,000 square feet.
I see.
So we already have an idea. We already have a drawing of the shape of how it's going to look like. And that's why we call this a workshop. It will be very hands-on. We will have our participants, play with tiles of the different room sizes and see how they want it positioned. Do they want the waiting room next to a glass window, or all those little things?
I see. Okay. Well, if someone's interested in getting involved with this, whether it's just them or their family or whatnot, how do they do so, Asuncion?
Yes. Hopefully we can post the link. They can like and follow us on Facebook. Definitely. We're putting out latest updates on our Facebook page. And so the one on Saturday is going to be at 3:00 to 4:30. And Microtel Inn and Suites has graciously hosted us for that meeting.
Nice.
We invite newcomer families, whether you've been here for a couple of years or fairly new. If you have a youth in your life that you're helping in their journey or not, you're a grandparent, we need your input. As we know, we have a huge newcomer and immigrant population in our community. So we want their voices to be heard.
Yeah, and as you said, there is a link that will be posted on the Moose FM Facebook page. If you don't see it on this video already, you can go check that out afterwards. You do need to register for this. No drop, it's
Yeah, it would be nice if they could register. We are planning to have some snacks and refreshments, and so that we could figure out, how many chairs to prep and all that stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so that's happening July 26th. You said 3 till 4:30 at Microtel. Anything else you want to say before I let you go today, Asuncion?
Yeah, well, thank you for having us, and thank you to the community. We've had a really good turnout in our other workshops, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Excellent. Well, Asuncion, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Yay!
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421 10th Street.